Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how to wrap a door handle in hand. More specifically, this is a door handle from a BMW X6M 2017. We've removed it for the wrap as we did many other parts on the car, currently being wrapped in satin white from 3M. This is not a very tough door handle to wrap, although it can be a challenge for some people, especially if it's your first time or if you've tried it before and it keeps failing, particularly around this corner here. So let's get started. First things first, cut your piece to size. This piece of vinyl is already the right length. We only need the right width, and the way I measure it is I rock it on both sides to make sure I have approximately the right width for the vinyl. Should be about right. We don't need to go very far. The advantage on this door handle is that we have this separation here on both sides, so we don't need to go with the vinyl all the way around the bend and come back the other side. We can stop it at this separation here and then put another piece in the center, and that's going to reduce the risk of failure. First, I'm going to show you how not to do it, because that's probably the most obvious mistake everybody makes when they start wrapping, is they don't have the notion of pre-stretching the vinyl. So obviously the first thing people tend to do is just wrap it this way, go all the way to the tip, and then they try to work it around the handle, and this often means they heat it and they start pulling on it until it's straightened out, and that puts a lot of tension on the vinyl in a very small area, which means over time it can easily fail around this corner. And if you heat up the vinyl after you've laid it down, you'll see that it tends to shrink back and create those fingers here, and that is that's a risk for failure in the long term, and that's exactly what you want to avoid. So what you want to do is to pre-stretch the vinyl over a longer distance and not concentrate the stretch in a small area. So you heat it up a little bit, not excessively. You give it a good amount of stretch, but try not to exaggerate how much you stretch the vinyl. Now you're going to see we have these fingers here. If we pull gently on the vinyl, we're going to straighten them out somehow. Get the ones in the center out first. Okay. And now you're going to notice that around this area there's a good amount of tension. So what I do is I lift it off the surface, hold it with my finger, gently heat it up a little bit, but not putting tension at the same time, and you're going to see the material just wants to shrink back on itself, and it shrinks back in this area right here. Okay? Now if I heat it up to test, you'll see that I have no more small fingers in this area as I did before. And all that's left to do is to finish it off. Do the same on the other side. As you can see, we have some tension here. Lift it off the area where the pre-stretch was. Use your finger to keep it up. Give it a gentle heat, not too much. Without pulling too much, you'll see it wants to shrink back on itself. You see how those fingers create? So just a little bit of heat. Let it relax. When you bring it back, you just set it against the surface. Squeegee it with your finger or your squeegee, whatever you need to use. So if I heat it up now, you'll notice total absence of fingers around the edge, and that's because we've already released the tension. We did a pre-stretch all the way to the tip, and we heated that portion of the vinyl back, letting it relax, coming back onto itself and releasing pressure completely. Now I'm never going to have any fingers around here and the vinyl lifting over a longer period of time because I stretched too much in a small area. What I did is I did a pre-stretch from the center to the tip, and then heated up the vinyl so I make it relax and come back onto itself. So now we have a nice smooth edge here. And no fingers when we heat it up. Now to finish off the other side, I will do something very similar, which is I'm going to lift it not quite halfway, but almost there. Going to heat up this part of the vinyl again. And then give it a slight pre-stretch. Not too much. Guide it with my finger in the center, all the way to the tip here. Make sure you have no fingers. Lift it off the side area. Heat it up a little bit to release tension. Now I just let it gently fall on the surface, squeegee it down. And there you have it. Same thing on the other side. Lift the vinyl off until the wrinkles are gone. Hold it with your finger so it doesn't stick to the area right away. Heat it up, let it relax a little bit. Gently set it against the surface. And there you have it. We have a wrapped door handle that's almost completely free of stress around the failure prone areas, which is mostly these edges around here and these edges around here. Okay, and because this is a door handle that has this separation in the center, we can only finish it off on the edge here where there will be very little tension. And to alleviate that tension even further, just going to give it a little bit of heat. Bring a little excess vinyl from the center towards the tip here. Gently set it down. Do the same thing on the other side. You can even give yourself a relief cut if you want in the center. You know we're only going to stop the cut around here, along the edge. Heat it up a little bit. Bring yourself some tension from the center into that bend and just gently set it down. Now we have this little channel here where we can cut it off. Same thing on the other side. Post heat to make sure it doesn't want to lift and to set the adhesive. There you have it. Now all that's left to do is just finish those edges off. And the way I go about this is actually one by one, wherever you have 90 degrees corner, just finish off one side before you move on to the next. You always want a nice sharp blade when you have precision cuts to do. Now all that's left to do is just put another piece right here, which is very simple, no special technique required, and obviously you can also add a patch in this portion so you don't see red when the door handle is opened on the car. So that's pretty much it. Very simple, nothing to it. Just make sure you do your pre-stretch. So there's a door handle done, completely free of overstretch around the edges. Pretty sure this handle is going to hold up for the entire lifetime of the vehicle wrap. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you like this video and you learned something, or subscribe for future such videos.